We got a good one lined up for you today. Very excited about this one. We got Hypnos taking on A Square 907. And this one could have some playoff implications. It's our first time getting 907 on stream. So I'm really excited to get a look at this squad. It's been a hell of a story with this squad. So we're in the final week of regular season. Playoffs start September 14th. Your top 8 teams finishing here will make it into playoffs. And there's a bit of a battle going on down here at the bottom of the bracket. I had a wonderful conversation with Jonowich from 907, and we were kind of doing a little bit of math. Shout out, by the way. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. It was awesome. It was great to talk with you. It was good. It's good to get to know the players, and just hopping in a VC was really awesome. So that's a main support player there from 907. It was excited to talk about the squad, and I loved to hear the passion and hear the excitement when talking about this squad, and for good reason. This is a team that has really fought their way up. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We were doing some math. I'm pretty confident 6 wins is going to be good enough to qualify. So what does that mean? That means this is a really important match for Hypnos. If A Square 907 are able to pull off this win over Hypnos, they might just seal Hypnos' fate. Because then Hypnos falls down into that 5 and 8 category. We'll see how that goes. A Square lost to both Super Shy and Team Gambit, so if this does go to head-to-heads, and we end up with 4 teams sitting at 5 and 8, looking for that last slot, then it could go down to head-to-heads. In which case, I don't know. That's above my pay grade to determine how that'll come out. But it could get messy real quick. If Hypnos win today and they move up to 6 wins, then that should solidify their spot in postseason. This is a big game for Hypnos coming into this. A Square are an amazing story. Now we're getting that on screen. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the Season 1 playoffs from Expert Division. And mind you, 907 just barely squeaked it. So Season 1 here for 907. They end up with an 8-4 record. 3 of those losses super early. And from what Jonowich was telling me, they were losing a lot of hope. Felt like those were losses that they shouldn't have taken, and were really discouraged here in the first half of this season. And then just absolutely turning it around, going 10-1 in their final 11 matches, squeaking into playoffs just barely with an 8-4 record. If they had lost any one of these matches, they would not have made playoffs. They won the exact number they needed to make it into the postseason. It is the 8th seed of Expert Division. And then spoilers, they turn around and win it all. And it's the fashion in which they win it that was so exciting. And it was so fun getting this firsthand from Jonowich and hearing his excitement. Like, this was the grand finals was like the best day of Overwatch day of his life so far. That kind of spoon fed him that one. But he confirmed. He's like, yeah, it was pretty amazing. We were all so excited to win. But look at this, y'all. A 3-2 over Everfrost in quarters. A 3-2 over Redline in semis. Managed to 3-0 Gambit, who has turned around and beat them here in Season 2, which Gambit leveled up their roster a bit moving into Season 2. As did Aoma, of course. But then they win in a map 7 in the grand finals over Aoma to make it into Master Division. And now they're up here, with players you've probably never heard of, certainly players that I was not familiar with, and here playing against the likes of Ints and Space Station and Virtus and household names in EMEA Overwatch. They're not blowing the world up here. They didn't put together. Let's go back to Season 2. They didn't put together a winning record, but they did take some dubs. And Jonathan was just talking about how exciting it was to come in and get to play against the top teams in the league. And it's a hell of a story. And I'm excited to finally get them on stream. All right. Everybody's getting in here. We're getting ready. Set for the final match of the regular season for both of these two teams. A winner kind of go home situation for Hypnos. This is, again, I don't know the exact math on how all tiebreakers are going to be decided, but there's a real potential. If Hypnos do not win this match, they do not make playoffs. What are we waiting on? Which tank are we waiting on? Always waiting on a tank. We're always waiting on a tank. Oh, we do have Keo in, so it's going to be Keo and XSJ in the lineup. Always waiting on a tank. What is the deal with that, y'all? For real. Let's go back to my ugly mug. We were always waiting on tanks. As a tank player, as a tank player, I will call out fellow tank players. Why are we always waiting on tanks? All right, friends. Give me a night market here to start. Our first look at A Square 907 on stream. Team that says that they might not necessarily stick to meta. We did hear that they found a lot of success in Season 1 on the Malga comp. And that is what they're showing us out of the gate. Okay, we are going to get Lancelot on the Winston. Maybe I was misremembering thinking about the Ramatra. Or maybe this is just for this map.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Very fast front line. Very fast composition out of 907 versus the stagnant back line here with the Brigana. The Ana Brig. I don't know why I said it weird. All right, looks like 907 just gonna play point right out of the gate. Everybody backing up to a defensive posture. Turbo pushing in across the left-hand side. Suji's already taken a good bit of damage. We have Cardiac available. All right, let's go to some Suji pop. She has Cardiac. He's just gonna rush in with the overrun, just get bio and blown up. The purple was real as Kyo comes with a pair of kills. Donowich kind of stuck behind enemy lines. First cap going to Hypnos. Oh, make it out. Jono made it out. Very nice. Very nice. Nade actually lands on a turbo smooth, and that will prevent them from following up. Then she goes in her aggressive move. Cardiac used. The bubble blocked a lot of that initial damage. So Suji didn't get as much sustain as I think they would have liked. Do get a free flip here from 907. Here comes Skytor back on the approach. Kitsune Rush used to fend it off. Give me a nano onto Skytor. Trying to muscle through this. Suzu keeping Suji alive, but only temporarily. The sound barrier is a touch late out of Jonowich, and Suji does fall. But Sky is able to clap back. Let's go get some Sky Pop. Flip comes through. Oh, unfortunate mistake. There from 907 is going to get some free percentage up the other side. And what is a winning fight? Nope, should have just stayed on. Everybody running back to point. Everybody running back to point. Suji's made it back. Primal Rage online here. A rally available as well. So I'm anticipating. Okay, I was anticipating Hypnos might play a little slower to try to build up the rally, but just looking to put pressure onto Turbo Smooth. If I can get the Genji blade out early, get the Genji off the table before Turbo gets blade up, that'd be helpful. Or you can just throw Suji and a couple other players off the side. Sky apparently did not have recall, ends up down ground level. Yeah, that's a very low Turbo Smooth, feeling the jolt. Takuno, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Cool skin. With the gold on that looks really nice. All right, anyway. Distracted by something shiny. A couple of ults online here for Hypnosis. They're looking to finish this off. We do have Duke DBS ults on the other side. Sky pushing in on to Kyo as we speak, but took a bit of damage, has to fall back for a health pack. Meanwhile, back on the point, that's a cage fight on to Skytor. Skytor's not going to live through that. Pulse thrown in. That was from SSJ. Bionade lands. SSJ looking to finish off that kill. It's actually Kyo who jumps up to the window and gets the kill on a Turbo Smooth. Slick move, but they're going to eat a Pulse Bomb. Yep, crash. Receives a nano and goes in with it. Oh, that is pure raid boss. That was Rally and nano. Mixed with a good name. That was pure raid boss. 93%. Sky, one of the last ones to die. It's going to be up to Jonowich. Oh, Turbo Smooth to get in there. Turbo Smooth just gets cut down. Sound barrier and Kitsune Rush thrown in. Ooh, Jonowich may not be able to do the boop. The boop to buy some space. Unfortunately, everybody is dying around him. Hypnos, take round one. Well, switching over to Ramatras here doesn't really answer any more of our questions of what these teams are going to play moving in. This is very much a Ramatra submap.
3, 2, 1.
Now, we are going to get Turbo coming out on the Venture versus the more traditional make cast on the other side. Now, of course, Venture has made their way into meta a bit as a flanker and a backline harasser. Whew. Yeah, trying to get it on a map can be difficult, especially with MCDs hitting shots like that. The wall's going to prevent the escape. Skytor is looking in, moving in for the finishing kill. Fatality. Skytor wins. All right, looks like Hypnos finally remembered to go back and cap point. We're going to get some swaps. All right, Turbo making a move. Wall blocking him off. They wait out for a crack in the wall so that Suji can come join in, but still, Turbo Smooth gets cut down. Keo comes up with a pair of important picks under the DPS. Wall there, Suji's caught no man land as Keo finds their third kill of this team fight. Keo light him up. He gets a little headshot onto Suji there before SSJ finishes him off. Ooh, shot the ghost of Daki. Daki somehow makes it out of there. 36% counting on the board for Hypnos. This guy coming up on the first ultimate that'll be online here for 907 as they make their second approach on at this point. Running into an amplification matrix, there's a whole host of things available here for Hypnos. Sketchwork's gonna pop the annihilation, run forward. See, again, a lot of low health bars here for 907, and that pummel will finish Turbo off. 58% and counting. It's a good wall. Sky really needed to land that pulse to try to turn that fight around. Hypnos has done such a good job of building their ults early on and judiciously using them, only 2 expended to win that team fight. And this looking like last chance here for 907 to do something on Lijiang Tower. Jonowich is going to go down early. No! That's not what you wanted. You're going to need that sound barrier in this fight. Suji's under a lot of pressure. Gonna drop the cage, see if they can turn the tide here, but Brash drops the sound barrier. Blizzard thrown in as well. Suji escapes the ladder. Here comes Jonowich with the sound barrier. Suji's able to get a kill on the back of it. Turbo finds Keo as well. Good job from Daki, keeping everybody alive through what was that vulnerable 4v5 through the cage fight. 907, hang on. Now we're looking at a bit of an ult charge difference. It's the Excavation trying to just win this fight early. The dash almost caught Keo, but just didn't quite get the kill on him. So back to the point goes 907. You're looking a little low. Rotate up top. Dude's just trying to ambush in alongside Turbo, but Sky gets picked off. Not able to converge in with the rest of the team. Crash dancing around. Suji taking too much damage. Keeps their nose in that one for a little too long. Tried desperately to get that kill out of Brashy and gave themselves over for it. End up going to give over the map for it. Hypnos, take map 1.
Defeat.
Skytor play the game, knocking a couple off the side. You betcha. You betcha. And we'll get this kill on Turbo at the top. Whoops. I missed my cue. There we go. A little more back and forth there on the first sub map once we got into Control Center and got into, we started with a Ramatra mirror, but quickly A Square decided to go back into their comfort pick, go back into the Malga, see if they could turn it around. It didn't quite work out. They were able to swing the macro, win a fight that they probably shouldn't have won where, I mean, you had, what was it, both Blizzard and Sound Barrier thrown in there from Hypnos, but A Square is able to get out of the way of both. They're able to escape both of those huge ultimates. And despite Jonowich going down early in the fight to a Deadeye, they're able to come back, drop the late Sound Barrier, win that fight. Huge fight went from 907, but Hypnos pretty much take it in every other match. Let's take a look at some stats there from map 1. Very even across the board. I'm always impressed with the teamwork out of Hypnos. This is good shot calling. Everybody's just following their targets. And not really one standout pop-off player here from Hypnos, right? It looks pretty even down the board. XSJ only had 2 deaths. MCD only had 2 deaths. Yeah, I mean, good showing there from Suji. Suji definitely put up the most damage on the other side. I mean, pretty even across the board. Nobody really, it's not like the supports are getting picked off super early. It just felt like they just got overwhelmed and not able to get into the backline, not able to really take away any space from Hypnos. But we are headed into their map pick. As I break your screen. One of these days I'll learn to do this in the correct order. No, that's not the right screen. There we go. So, we had Paraiso first banned from 907 heading into map 2. Blizzard World banned out from Hypnos. Which does bring us to your second map. We are headed into Eichenwalde. I guess I can pull up the screen now. I suppose I should have this same screen, but just says map pool. It could work. Anyway. Eichenwalde map number 2. Let's see. Let's check our sides here. We did get a side swap. Let me go fix that at the bottom of your screen here. 907 are going to be defending first as we head into map 2. Let's see. Help me out. Do we see any subs here? I don't think we see any subs. I say help me out like we're not on a 2-minute delay and there's actually chat interaction. Oh, we do get a sub. Delusion's coming in for Keo. Okay, so we did get a sub in the DPS there from Hypnos. I don't see any subs on the other side. All right. Good. That's fine. You can deal with a black screen for now. It's only for a moment, friends. There we go. Let's get into map 2. Ooh, okay. Suchi pulling out the Diva comp. All right, I'm really 907. With a Lucio Carey in the back line. A little Ash Tracer. This is looking very meta. And this is, I think, what Jonowich must have been referring to when they're saying they've been really trying to practice more things and get out of their comfort zone of just using that Mauga all the time. Mauga. Whichever. Mauga? Mauga? Mauga, right? Ooh, jump shot. Oh, I'd feel bad if I missed it. Well, this time I'm just going to go to Prash's point of view and just watch the Lifeweaver pull. It's a joke. It's a joke. All right. First push in. I'm going right-hand side. Ooh, an aggressive positioning there out of the defense from 907. Kind of playing inside house for a moment. A risky move. But they're able to get a little early damage. They are, more importantly, able to back out safely. That's where they got a whole lot out of it. All right, let's go back to an overhead here. How was our approach? Ooh, Skytor made it into the back with Delusion. They're able to find 2 quick picks. This should just be one and done on the back of that. Yep, Sky not able to escape. Did not get the memo to back out with the rest of the team. We do still have Suji there. Yeah, I was about to say was in pilot form. Just going to throw themselves outside for a reset. Carey's able to get back out, relocate on the other side. It was a hairy moment there for 907 when they might have just lost this Very important defensive position on top of the fort here. But they're able to regroup and kind of stabilize a little bit. And force Hypnos right back back to their side of the fence. That was a nice bionade to start. Delusion pushing it from the outside. Me moving it down to Mega Room. Delusion rotating up. Try to make Sky feel a little uncomfortable, but Turbo is there just to provide a little flank cover. Mark Delusion pushes him on the outside, but Suji falls, sticking around down in main for a little too long. Doesn't take much when you got an Echo on the other side. And Sunan rush in. Let's go check out this Primal. That was not the Primal. Fine, we'll go to the dupe. How about I just miss everything? That's good. That's good too. We can just do that. XSJ knocked out of the dupe just before they get the pulse bomb off, but they have managed to force 907 all the way back into the castle. Delusion fortifying high ground. Suji making a Winston swap here. Nano on to Skytor right above the entrance. Rotation from 907 up to the high ground. Cart continuing move forward. Jonowich has the sound barrier. They're going to need to use it quickly. Suji's able to get a kill onto XSJ on the approach. Cart all the while getting closer and closer. Turbo Smooth falls. Rally popped in the back here from Captain Prash as the aggression comes in from the other side. Escorted by a Bob. 907 able to clean up. Kind of put a hold here. Able to hold on to that sound barrier as well to carry that advantage of this fight despite the rally going up on the other side. Nope, that was actually the pop I wanted. Sketch will drop back down, peel a little bit. Oh, and Suji does not make it back up to the top. Need some XSJ pop. Sky forced all the way back to the point, get hunted down by 3 or 4 members of Hypnos. As 907 have gotten a bit split. 3 still left on top of the bridge, including both supports with the Tracer. Suji returning to the fight. Oh, and Jonowich will not get that sound barrier off. Sound barrier advantage completely neutralizes. XSJ gets the AJ. Pushed off the pulse bomb by the Primal Rage. And Hypnos is going to knock their way into the castle, batter down these doors. Put a pair of points on the board. Fresh. Keo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Killer map 1. All right, 3:45 on the clock. 3 ults in the hands of Hypnos. Bionade lands into the back, but the Kitsune Rush prevents any follow-up. Suji trying to push out onto the newly swapped Ramatra. Suzy prevents the damage there from the stickies. Duplicate used. The Prashi is already down. 907 trying to find NCD. They will. So to just focus down the support line. Is it going to be enough? The sustain lacking here, but punching power still in spades from Hypnos as the stickies land. The Primal out of Skytor. And despite being supportless, Hypnos win the fight and continue to march through point C as they round the last corner. Sky is returning with a Bob. So this is getting dangerously close. This is going to be a 5v5 as everybody makes it back into the fight. Nice dynamite there right over the top of the shield. Enough to finish off the Bob. I'm marking the flank against Illusion here. Let's see what's going back on the front line. You know what I meant. Skytor overextends a little bit. Suji holds the line. Will force Hypnos back with that 1 kill. Suji stayed up front for a bit. Pops the Nemesis. The extra armor already burned through. Bob used defensively. Nice rotation out of Hypnos. They immediately back out of the way of the Bob and don't spend anything. A little over 2 minutes on the clock. MCD close to the Nano. Thinking we'll be the engagement tool here. There it is. Whoops. Illusion already found too. It was the Bio that actually did it. Never mind the Nano. It's those anti-nades out of NCD that are just causing so much hell here for 907. That'll be the gong of death in the cap. Oh, was there a Kiri Jackson there too? Oh no, the Kitsune rush. I didn't even catch that one. Oof.
0-3. Switching side.
Hypnos seeming to have all the right answers at just the right time there on their attack.
Initiating match.
Canceling sound barrier was a big turning point. At least it seemed to be by my eye test. That was the spot where there was no support ults on the other side. I don't even think there were any DPS ults. Primal was online, or was just coming online. But that sound barrier was a massive advantage they could have used to find that early pick. And it just gets absolutely canceled by XSJ. I think Skytor was in the mix on that one as well. I have to go back and check. It may have been a boot from the Primal. I have to go back and double check the timing on that. But either way, losing that sound barrier was such a swing in momentum. Not just in the macro, but you can see it kind of at the confidence in the way the rest of that map went. Before this match, I was taking a look at our team's Twitters and stuff, and John Witch had a tweet about how the match against Hypnos was so close in Swiss stage, and they felt like they were just moments away from taking any map. Ooh, John Witch didn't get the pull. This guy isn't flying over the roof, but that's okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. And so I know that one's stuck in the minds of 907. And they've got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder here. It's time for them to answer. They're going to use Junker Queen to do it. This is, I think, the 5th tank we've seen out of Suji here today. Fantastic. Gracie lands on to Prash as they're back up to go with this. As they move in. Oh, that was just an execution. A brilliant one and done. What a clapback. This is what you want to see from 907. As they immediately put up a first fight take on point A in their own right, matching what Hypnos did on the other side. Let's see if there's any action here. As in the rollout phase. Suzuki's going to prevent the backline. Suji's stuck on Mega. Okay, Skysword doesn't want to pursue that. Just all the guns that are aiming down that doorway. Now we're going to get a little bit of a battle inside. Suji kind of gets forced out of that Mega room. Bubble to block the healing. Here comes Solution to try to help out. Oh, that knife is crucial. Yep, that no escape for Skytor. Stuck around a little too long. Now, here comes Suji from the inside. Turbo Smooth over the top, and they converge brilliantly. As they just hit XSJ from all sides, and it's another clean fight win. And a 4v5, no less. This guy basically just was riding cart the whole time. High ground advantage now to 907. What can they do with it? Expected retake up the side here. Yep, send XSJ along the flank, perhaps. Suji, the only one who sticks around. The backline actually drops. Turbo Smooth coming back up to help out. Suji's going to get that kill onto Delusion. I say that. Turbo Smooth's like, now you're good. I'm going back to point. Give me a Junker Queen duplicate. Off the top, ropes. Purple land. Suji low. And even though having the Rampage available will not get it up. Will not get to use it at the very least. This is the Pulse Bomb. Woo! Blocked by the Suzu. Very nicely done there from Daki. They're able to keep rolling here on the back of a Kitsune rush. Only tech available so far is for the defense, and Skytor now has a nano to boot. Suji is going to try to just shout their way through the inside. 907 at least holding ground against the nano. Here comes the Rampage in the back line. It's going to be the Blade out first, actually. Turbo Smooth finds MCD, meaning Rampage might not be necessary as Turbo Smooth comes up with a triple. Now in a bit of a duel with Delusion, will force out Recall and almost got the kill. Hypnos trying to stagger long enough for reinforcement to make it back onto this point. Delusion did get healed up, and it's a teleporter from XSJ. Means Captain Prash and themselves are right back in this fight. But good job here from 907. They're able to stay the course, at least thus far. Whoop. One by one, take down what remains. The rare MCD Lucio. Suji all the while holding on to the Rampage. Just a rally on the other side. So this could be a monster for Rampage. It's a matter of can they follow up on it? Can they get past Skytor and Delusion now on a Reaper to get enough critical damage in? Oh, what an opener. Wall forced out already. Suji doesn't have to worry about that. Skytor pops the Nemesis form, looking for a little clap back. There's the Rampage out. Is going to find 3, but Turbo Smooth is down. Just the dot damage, I think, was able to melt through 1. Suji's in a bit of a duel and will just land that Gracie right into Skytor's dome. Finds a low XSJ on the side. The melee will get it done. Ooh, misses that Gracie. That could have been the end of it. Now you find yourself in a bit of trouble. They weren't able to get the passive heals there in the very end, and Delusion comes in for a little backup. So Suji ends up a little blocked off in that wall, or in that corridor. Ow. Ah! Marmot. Alright, I think Bob got blocked by the wall. Is actually going to get frozen up too, but that's the only thing the Blizzard catches. Good job from 907. Just kind of split that one blade into a Kitsune Rush to try to take this home here for 907. Jono Witch getting the Lucio diff. The blade, a mere red herring. 907 are going to cap with even more time than Hypnos. We're headed to extras with plenty in the bank.
Score 3-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Ducky. Okay. So 907 needed to show us something on their attack, and boy, did they ever. Started off with 2 very clean fight wins. End up with about 45 more seconds, 52 more seconds to be exact, than that of Hypnos.
Defend objective.
Remember, Hypnos playoff potential, their playoff berth is on the line here with this series. Need to put up something good in extras. Try to move up to match point. Ooh, interesting position there from Daki on the side. You don't see that very often. Has the swift step to get out. Is now hiding up in the little, the kind of crow's nest area of Ikevalda. Big rotation here from Hypnos. Okay, XSJ stays down low. Do they make the raid? Looks like Turbo has. And they are going to force out the ice block. Meanwhile, the rest of the team has gone in the other direction. They will find that kill on XSJ. And it's a bit of a messy fight down here in this tiny little hallway. Let's go to some Suji pop. Suji needs to live if they want to try to put up a defense here. Lands a couple of good shots. Now Delusion turns the corner. Beautiful Suzu out of MCD. Prevented, I think, the Gracie to stick. And that could have been fatal. Defense moving back on the point and trying to recontest, but they're running right into this Kitsune Rush on the other side, and Delusion is happy to just stand in it and reap the rewards. It's a pair for Delusion, 2 for Skytor. 5 points on the board. 5 points on the board? 4 points on the board. I can count. I can count. Don't look at me like that, friends. trying to just give Hypnos free points. Yeah. 907 fans will be fuming. All right. Turbo Smooth 93 to Blade. Looks like we're going to get an aggressive push here to try to hold at the door. They're not letting the cart push through. Where's Suji at? Yeah, Suji is right here as well. Ult starting to come online. Docky with the Kitsune Rush is going to kick things off. Here comes Suji into the back, and Turbo Smooth popping the blade. But a sound barrier out of Captain Prash is negating a lot of this. And Skytor is able to pop an Annihilation. Bob in the back is forced out of block, and over the top, XSJ throws in a... Oh my gosh. Rampage looking to close this out. Through the mess of ultimates, the Tornado from Delusion finds one. But Sky still alive and kicking Suji. Still axing and shooting. The defense holds. Defense holds!
Score 3-4. Switching sides. Initiating match.
I should have gone with hacking and slashing. That would have been a better line. That would have been a better line. Yeah, maybe next time. What a hold! What a hold. Well, I mean, it's a high-risk move. Dropping down off the high ground and to take that fight into Hypnos territory to fight behind the gate. Super high-risk move. If they don't win that fight, they forego taking a better fight, a more defensible fight. And then suddenly Hypnos are going to find themselves up on the bridge. And there's really no defender's advantage. In fact, you're looking at a Hypnos advantage as they're able to shoot down into the choke points. As 907 are looking to come out and retake. So a super high-risk play coming out from Suji and Turbo. Turbo was the first one down there. I don't know if they made that call. I'm not even sure how accurate that is. But whoever made that call, that was one hell of a call. And it works out. It pays dividends if they can get this cap and take it the small amount of meterage needed up to the gate and send this into push with a tie score line. Oh no! Oh no! That didn't bode well. Ow! Suji approaching slow and low from inside. She's gonna shout in, try to chase down XSJ. They ice block in the doorway, so not to let him out. Here comes the counter punch. Skycore loops back around and try to punch through here, but Turbo Smooth returned and found a little bit of revenge for that earlier kill. 5v4 here for 907 as Turbo Smooth dashes in for their second kill of the fight. Oh no, Prash will take him down, but 2-1. You take that trade all day, every day, twice on Sunday if you're a Genji, and this is going to be 4 points on the board here for 907. Box of victory, barely sticking through the gate.
Stop the payload.
Everybody from Hypnos is here. This has forced Hypnos to take this same engagement and pushing into what is a far more difficult spot. Yeah, that's the good news is the gate did open if you're a Hypnos fan. All right, Skytor on the front line. No ults online just yet. Back line of Hypnos are the closest. Ooh, but looks like back line and 907 are close in the running here. Are just behind him. Turbo Smooth again! Turbo Smooth made it into the back! I thought it might be the Kitsune rushes to open this up. Ooh, and Parashi lucky to get that sound barrier off. The shields fade. The Kitsune rush in here to try to close this out. 5v2 now as XSJ falls. The deflect will do it. 907 have tied up the series. We've got a game, y'all. We've got a game.
Play of the game.
So that sounds like a Suchi play of the game to me. Yeah, this is the big fight win. This is one of the most important fight wins of the season. There for 907. They look to play a spoiler against Hypnos here today. Now, I mean, reminder. I mean, let's just quick look at standings. Here, I mean, real possibility that if A Square take Hypnos down here, that they will knock them out of playoff contention. Depending on how tiebreakers shake up. I mean, do 907 even find themselves in a position to get in? Unlikely, but hey, that's above my pay grade. I don't know how these tiebreakers are set, but ooh, what an important series. Now have tied at 1 apiece. We pull up those standings now. Just look at, I mean, woo, here we are. This is the two teams we're talking about right here, right on the line. Top 8 will make playoffs. I'm going to accept this invite real quick. I'm so paranoid to miss those invites. All right, let's take a look at some stats there for map 2 before we head into our third map of the day. Where's, that's not my, there we go. Map 2 stats. Pretty darn close on both sides. XSJ and MCD leading in deaths. So XSJ finding themselves caught out a bit. I felt like at least we saw 907 initially really focusing down the supports, hence the extra deaths on MCD, and then kind of turned into focusing down some of the DPS, it looks like, as that map went on. Maybe it was just, you know, on one fight I'm thinking of, and maybe it was just finding XSJ in a spot where they could take advantage of that. So it may not indicate a complete change in fight plan, but, you know, something to keep an eye on here as we move forward through the series. New Queen Street banned out by 907. This is Hypnos' map pick. We get into map number 3. A deciding map on... No, back to game. Hello. Who's going to move up to match point in the series? Oh, we need to get a side swap. Let me fix that here before I send y'all into Runasapi.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Map 3. Let's kick the tires and light some fires. So just sticking with the Junker Queen, and not really surprising. Just it's been working very well. Not only are clearly very proficient in this, but putting a lot of pressure down, and it's going to result in an opening kill here. Trade for Genji for the Lucio. Can certainly take that to 907. Looks like Skytor might be winning the duel into the back line, although Suchi's able to get one, gets Mega, gets shout out. Skytor has Nemesis and some extra armor that goes with it. Oh, but that was a huge cleave. Suchi's at least taking you down with them. This fight, we'll call it a draw. Hypnos got control of the bot. Oh, they do not have the lead. Actually, that was more of a draw than as I initially thought. Turbo Smooth. Docky making it back. Ooh, Docky took a shot there. Be careful there, Docky. Here comes Suji back in time to prevent Hypnos from snagging the lead early here. Our map 3. A lot of damage. Skytor goes down early. XSJ and Kyo combining though, and that kill on a Jono, which will allow Prashi some time to kind of catch up here on the sound barrier race. Also give me a chance to mention we did have Kyo subbing back in for Delusion here for map number 3. And DPS duo showing up there for Hypnos. Able to light up the feed. And despite not having their take, they're able to finally take the lead away. Whew. That landed. Holy hell. So just got some killer gracies on them. I'm gonna tell you what. Oh, Turbo Smooth the first to fall yet again. This is starting to become a pattern. And it's been an early 5v4s here for Hypnos in a lot of these fights. This one's going to get them close spawns. All right. So let's keep an eye on you, bud. Been under a lot of pressure here from Sky and XSJ, or from Kyo and XSJ. Okay, so you're going to loop around, try to circumvent the poke damage, come into the back. You combine with the Rampage. Let's get Tsunade Rush out from the other side. Bob throwing in from Hypnos as well. Wait, excuse me. Yo, it's Bob from both teams. Yeah, I was right the first time. Kyo's Bob coming up with more advantages. with more value, should I say, as Skytor is able to completely shut down Sky's Bob. Hey, we had a 6v6 for a moment. Just for a split second, I think. And after dropping Akibal, holy cow, Hypnos are now 110 meters up here on push as we get the blade out from the other side. Turbo Smooth is able to chop through Kyo and Captain Prash. Skytor are throwing an annihilation through this, but is very low on health in their own right. And it's going to be a first real fight win here for 907 on Runasapi. Still lots of ground to make up. I mean, there is a world in which Hypnos can prevent the close spawns from going away here. Yeah, they're absolutely going to make it back in time to contest around this center point. Ball's a little early. 907 able to back up and around that. Do have a big flank here from Sky on this left-hand side. Risky leaving Suji alone, who swapped over to a Sigma, by the way. Just noted. Sound Barrier and Blizzard does not get eaten. XSJ does die, but Suji very low. Brashy comes in over the top for the finishing move. We'll even get a kill on a Turbo Smooth here in the back. 2 final blows here for Brashy in this fight. Looking for a third. We'll get it. All right, three-piece for Brashy. Let's go. And going back to Taxi XSJ. 5 stars for your Lucio. Highly recommend. Hypnos just gonna leave the bot. Take a fight where they can keep Kyo and their backline set up. So they've got NCD and Kyo set back up here. And I feel like you really have to completely take the next corner before you can move your backline up in this one. Bob into the back right over the amplification matrix, but a good move from Prashy kind of keeps it from hurting Kyo too much, and they're able to continue to put in damage. Gravitic Flux will get canceled here as Kyo just shoots him right out of the sky. Oh, nice follow-up on, I think, the dynamite damage, yeah. Oh, it was Prashy who actually finished off Jonah Witch if the dynamite damage didn't take him down first. Kyo having a hell of a fight here. Hypnos win another one. They're going to continue to mount on their lead. Suji with another swap onto the Winston. 907 just trying to throw a lot of different looks here at Hypnos. Nothing really sticking. Once the Junker Queen got figured out, it was a swap to a Sigma. Didn't quite get it done. The Ramatra was able to just close the gap on that. Now the Winston not able to get enough pressure onto Kyo. Kyo's already found an early pick, rotated out. Prash coming in with some good peel. Suji's down. Bob throwing in to close this out. Hypnos are going to move up to match point. So after dropping a very hard fought Icon and one where 0907 really stole away that map, Hypnos come back with a vengeance here in map 3. Despite Turbo Smooth's best effort, get play the game. All right. I see you, Turbo. I see you. Whew. What a clapback from Hypnos, though. Undeniable. Undeniable performance. All but one team fight. Throughout that entire map. I mean, did have to kind of disengage a couple of times at points, but it was just smart disengage and regroups. I love the way when they were fighting around their own checkpoint, or I guess when they picked up the checkpoint, how they just kind of stopped the bot and pulled back. It was not the first time I've seen it, but it's just a really smart maneuver, and then keeps your backline really entrenched and difficult to dislodge. We're hopping right into New Junk City here. Let's very quickly take a look at some stats. These are going to be pretty one-sided, obviously. That is not the right screen. That is not the right screen. Third time's a charm. So XSJ died a lot there in map 2. Fewest deaths in the lobby there for map 3. MCD as well. I mean, what a turnaround. 13 and 12, your highest deaths in the lobby versus your fewest deaths. Oh, I guess that's... Wait a minute. Am I blind? XSJ had 3, not 2. But still. XSJ and MCD were not getting punished nearly as much of that one. I mean, it was... Even the times when SkyTour goes down, the DPS, I mean, XSJ and Kyo just really stepped up in that one. Kind of took over that map. And are staying in, so we are getting XSJ and Kyo here from map 4. As we head into Flashpoint. No ban here, let's just get right into it. We're headed into New Jug City. At least New Jug City starts you off on the center point. Suravasta starts you off at like the other end of the map for some reason, which is really weird. Thank you for the follow. That's Pishta, I think that is. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Wait, let's get the camera over here. I like it when your teams up top match the teams in the battlefield. Like they're on the same sides and all that. Anyway. Show me some health bars. Back to the Jungle Queen for Suji. I like this look. Oh, I need to swap your sides at the top, don't I? Here, I'm just going to leave it on some Suji Pop for a moment. Sky with first blood on the map. I'll also change that to map 4. Update. How are we doing? Suji's still alive. Sky has another kill. That's got to bode well here for 907. They are going to grab first cap. They've run Hypnos out of this center arena area. And after only winning one fight on Arena Sapi, which was Hypnos' map pick, by the way, they're 1 for 1 here on New Junk City. 907 this map pick. Shout out. Kitsune Rush thrown in. Suji blocked off momentarily by the wall, sound barrier, and SkyTour, the rest of Hypnos are trying to counterpunch. Captain Crash doing a good job of it, picks off 1. The pommel did enough damage. MCD's able to finish off Suji, and it's a +2 to Hypnos on this point. Sky looking to get away. Keo's able to pick up 1. Let's go to Prashy. Prashy, you gonna find that kill? Okay. Prashy did find that kill. All right. Gonna have an ult fight here, that's for sure. Lots of weapons at your disposal. Can they get the Suzu out for the rampage? I think that was Daki Suzu we just heard, trying to get them in. NC is gonna go ahead and drop the Kitsune Rush. Blade out from Turbo Smooth. It's actually a barrier blade, but even over the top, it's not enough to cut through all the health on the other side. SkyTour fighting a pair of kills in that one. Exit picks bode well here for Hypnos. Is there a time for me to test these ticks? Pick up the percentage ticks up so quickly. Excuse me. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time for a recon test. Turbo Smooth is gonna try to make it happen here. Are you gonna go underneath so you can touch? Dance around Kyo. Down to about half health, a little bit less now. 90. Woo! Dashed on in the nick of time. Suzu, keep everybody alive, and we actually get a real fight here. Bob thrown in from the sky. And Suji's made it onto this point. Ice block, forced out, the Carnage land. Turbo Smooth under a lot of pressure, but still gets the kill. Will eventually get hunted down, and both teams are missing a DPS on this point. That's going to land on the Brashy. Headshot with the shotgun, but you saw the amp heal come through. Brashy's able to back up and keep SkyTour alive through all of this in this 99 fight. Jonovich and Suji eventually combine. Overwhelmed through the Lucio heals of Brashy and point flips. Ooh. Kyo going on a bit of a flank. Is everybody going on the flank? Yeah, it looks like everybody's coming on the flank. Kyo rotated around the left-hand side. XSJ just pushes out aggressively, using the wall to try to devalue the Kitsune Rush, but to no avail. Sound barrier only hits 3 here from Hypnos in this 99-99 fight. That's 1 support down. No more cooldowns left for MCD. There we go. 907 continue to ride the wave from map 3, or excuse me, from map 2. Skipping over map 3. Just forget about map 3. Map 3 never happened, 907 fans. And really, if you're 907 yourself, right? You just kind of gotta go next. Suji very conservative with these rampages. Just looking for the flank here. This does give up high ground control, and you can see that Hypnos are happy to move up, and they just kind of put them in a nice little line. Bob is out there from Hypnos, and oh, that is a massive rampage. Suzu is used to cleanse everybody. Sound barrier out. Sky able to get a kill on the back of it. Hypnos able to somewhat stabilize, but they lose NCD right at the back end of it. Skytor moving in, still has an annihilation if need be. Nemesis already popped. It was Suji down. I think they're going to try to hold on to this ultimate. Still nobody's picked up point. Daki Swift steps about 5 feet away. And there you go. Skytor finds him with the Doritos. Sky pushed it to a corner. First cap goes to Hypnos. Okay. Wall doesn't land. Pushing around. Hypnos go right for the back line. MCD take it down. Keo dash through as well. Turbo's got themselves a mean Genji on him. Sky with a little assistance there in that kill into SSJ, but hey, that's what friends are for. Flawless team fight there from 907. Only thing you gotta worry about if you're not is a sound barrier here on the other side, but the only thing you have to work with is Bob and a Consuming Rush. Now, Consuming Rush alone couldn't win you this fight. If anything, Hypnos have to respect it. They can't just, I was gonna say, it'd be foolish to just walk up onto the point, but you know what? Here comes Skytor. You know, maybe I'm wrong, trying to use the wall, but here's the rush. Sound barrier in response to try to outlive through it, and XSJ finds the kill. Able to importantly get that before the sound barrier fades. Bob now thrown in from the sky in this 4v5. 907 trying to swing it back the other direction. Suji misses the Gracie, but lands the shotgun. A couple of shots land on to Prash as well, but NCD is there to back him up. This is a very broken fight. Only one tank left standing. Skytor throws down the Vortex. Still can't put enough damage in. Both supports were here. 907 are going to take the second point. First positioning on this objective can be so powerful. This can be a tough one to retake, kind of running into this high ground position. You're either going through a narrow hallway or up these little ramps. Looks like Hypnos have opted for the former. Holding their Consuming Rush till they get to the point. They do have a Blizzard if they need it. Suji dropped down low, almost pulled Skytor off with them. Here comes the blade. Down a player, down 2 players. Turbo Smooth is able to at least get one of those back, but it's a 2v4. Oh, Turbo Smooth's all alone. One is the loneliest number. The loneliest number is number 1. Now Hypnos have this all-important control. Wall used early. Suji coming in from the bottom side. Annihilation out to try to keep them at bay. Oh, the rampage! At least hit Skytor. The sound barrier should be able to keep him up through it. I think the Blizzard missed everyone. Sound barrier from John Witch still isn't enough to keep Suji alive, though. Gunners picks up 1. Skytor decides to go leap it off the top to try to go chase some kills. Finds themselves a bit surrounded here by 907. Has to just throw up the shield, kind of hold the point. Meanwhile, 907 move on to the objective, throw down a Kitsune Rush, and pick up a couple of kills. 907 are going to flip this thing. Appreciate the follows, everybody. They'll poke battle along the outside. Really good Kitsune Rush last time. They will just run in and throw it across the point. It's giving me the Bob to open this one up. MCD still a couple percentage away. Here comes Sky with one of their own. Finally, that Kitsune Rush from MCD is online and ready to go, and Suji just gets absolutely battered down. This Sky Tor clears the ramp. The rest of Hypnos clear the point, and they get one on the board. MCD throwing the gap in chat. MCD, you played on Element Mystic and like Overwatch League teams. And you're throwing up a gap against Daki? I'm not sure that's quite the flex. Maybe just trying to play the mental game. Daki goes down, but Turbo Smooth's cut through too. Has had some just fun blades. And it's been nice to watch some just good old classic Genji. Not like Genji Malga going into a cage fight, but just Turbo Smooth, slice it and dice it. And of course you trade yourself when you're a Genji, but you pick up 2 and your team's gonna win the fight on the back of it. There you go, first cap to 907. Props to Turbo. All right. Take ults mixed with sound barriers. Turbo Smooth opening kill. Ooh, and look at the big rotation out of Suji. Suji's gone support hunt. Very, very quiet. We're hunting ashes. He was able to keep them at bay for the moment. MCD for this an appeal. MCD might sacrifice themselves, trying to peel back. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful rotation out of Suji. And just completely throws Hypnos off of their game plan. This is it. One last chance for Hypnos. Win the fight here, or we'll see you in map 5. Four players on Main Street. Turbo playing off the outside, Kitsune Rush in the middle, and Skytor forced to run up and touch. Let's drop the map. Uses the Annihilation in the process. Bit of extra armor and a little bit of extra damage on the back of it. Suzu blocks against the pulse bomb coming out from XSJ. Kyo's heading in the back, throws the bomb onto the point. Bombs are exchanged. Actually, there was a rampage I heard out from the other side. And a sound barrier in might just seal the deal. Suji's able to cut through one, going hunting for MCD in the back. Jonovich going after that kill, can't quite find it. Skytor's able to clap back, find Daki on this point. It's a 4v3 favoring Hypnos. And Hypnos stay alive on the map. It was a 3v2 on the point, but Suji had no sustain. Let's go square. Pay my lunch, please. Hey, good luck to you. Best of luck to you. Some teams just thrive in the chaos. Some teams create chaos. They can just kind of make it look a little messy. Junker Queen Genji, definitely good at inciting chaos. We're going to get another blade out here. Can Turbo Smooth find another pair? Looking for Keo, who swapped over to Cass. Picks it up. Once the... Woo! Gets the carry! Gets the dub! We'll see you in map 5. Sky with your play of the game. And this very important 99 to 99 fight. Captain Prashy defending the C9 call in chat. All right. Boom. 2 points on the board. Map 5 in the cards. We are going the distance, friends. We are going the distance. Let's see. Give me a refresh. Where's some stats? Show me some stats. Jonovich with fewest deaths. Only 5 deaths on the Lucio. Add some killer moves in there. All around team effort. Like I don't feel like it. Even on the eye test, it didn't feel like it was just one pop-off player in particular, right? Just a really good team effort. A Squares, I mean, 907's able to win it out in the big ult fights as well. You know, when we're getting the 3 ults versus 3 ults, felt like 907 were getting the better end of those trades. And they're able to send us to that map 5. Can they play spoiler here? Or Hypnos gonna miss out on playoffs from this team that fought their way up, that placed 8th in expert last season in regular season, but then had a miracle run to take grand finals and win it all, and found themselves here amongst the best of the best in EMEA here in season 2. And I think we've watched 907 just level up here today. It's a joy to see. It's a joy to see. You know what? It may not be the cleanest Overwatch we've ever seen. All right, it's still a good time. It's still a good match. The chaos is a lot of fun to watch. I gotta say. XSJ Keo sticking in. No subs as we head into map 5, at least not yet. Lineups are still being finalized, as you can see on your screen. We did have Circuit Royale banned out here from Hypnos. 907 banning out Dorado in their theme of banning out dive maps. This was Hypnos map pick heading into map 5. I didn't know if anybody expected this to go map 5, but here we are, one map. And Hypnos need this win. Hypnos need this win to secure a spot in the postseason. A loss here, and A Square might just be trying to drag Hypnos down into the depths with them. They're like, if we can't make postseason, nobody can. I mean, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. We're doing the math beforehand. We think 907 is mathematically out. Hypnos, this one could be win or go home right here, right now. They have chosen Shabali Monastery for map number 5. The Ramatra worked well for Hypnos on map 3 against the Junker Queen. Oops. Swap sides up here. Okay, Hypnos starting us off on the defense. Oh, no, that over-the-shoulder stuff. That's ugly.
Yeah.
You get your side swap real quick.
What you think?
Oh, nobody uses 15 electric guitars like those guys.
Lucio carry high ground defense with May Ash.
3, 2, 1.
So you're going back over to the Jungle Queen. As expected, I'd honestly be surprised if we weren't getting the Queen Genji comp. This has been working so well for 907. And it's with clever rotations and good dives. They're able to really put Hypnos in an uncomfortable position, particularly by putting pressure on the backline. And here they go. Launching up the side. This is expected. Shout used. Suzu used. Turbo Smooth is cut down on this one. So, rotation from Suji to try and turn this around. MCD is sitting at about 50 health. Able to fall back and get topped up. Unfortunately, the rest of the other 3 members of 907 kind of got forced back down those stairs. They are continuing to move the cart, and Suji is in a little bit of a run for their life here on the inside. Had to wait out the wall. Meanwhile, Jonowich finds a kill. Skytorch tried to climb back, pushing up the stairs. Does punish Jonowich. But Hypnos back up for strong. 907 seemed content to do the same. Hypnos rotate back around, looking to take this fight at the choke. MCD leading the server in ult charge, but only by 1% over the Curie on the other side. Let's keep an eye on this corner fight here. Wall used defensively, I think, was to protect Sky Tour. Now the Kitsune rush on the back of it. I didn't even see where Jonowich was. Good shot from Keo. They're able to pick up that one. Dynamite doesn't land, but they do have Turbo Smooth kind of separated from the team at about half health. Tsuji tried to just leave out some pressure, and I'm watching the wrong DPS as XSJ finds a 3-piece. Aw, Cap No Cap, thank you for the follow and for the kind words. That's very encouraging. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. We also had Robo Hobo Bro coming through with the follow. Haha, you didn't think I was gonna be able to get that one out, did you? Real's online here for the defense of Hypnos. I mean, this is gonna be an absolute extravaganza. Blizzard is the biggest thing to worry about if you're 907. You take XSJ out of the fight immediately. No more Blizzard to worry about. Now the Rampage in. Let's go to Suji. As they've already. I said Suji. Give me Suji. Suji's got 3 already. Sorry, I missed those first 2. 4-piece for Suji. 907 are rolling, y'all. This is looking a little dangerous. This is looking a little dangerous. The big ult fights continue to go 907's way. 3 ults invested from them. Only 2 from the other side, I will say. Blizzard used, dropped right back down onto the point. Suzu's gonna thaw everybody out, but the sound barrier will send Turbo Smooth packing in the CD, able to get the kill on the exit. Bob throw it in, so we're back at a 5v5 with Mr. Butler on the battlefield, and Mr. Butler's putting in some work. MCD finds their second pick of this fight, and trades continue as the Annihilation comes out from Sky Tour to try to put a stop to this momentum from 907. With Shuji low, it looks like they will succeed. I wasn't sure that Hypnos were able to even contest at all, much less get a nice, clean contest. You know, they proved me wrong. And their ult advantage works out beautifully. They're able to kind of trade ult for ult, so they still have a Kitsune rush with less than 30 seconds to go. Suji making a swap over to Amalgam. Remember, this is the composition that won him Expert Grand Finals Season 1. Kind of falling back into their comfort zone here to try to close it out here for their final regular season match of Season 2. Disengage from the Kitsune rush. The Kitsune rush is going to last for a bit. Turbo Smooth looping in from the inside to try to get the touch. Coach Gun and the boop. Turbo Smooth knocked off. Turbo Smooth is down. They don't get the touch. No. Suji was a split second late.
0-0. Switching.
And Prashi calling out Jonowich.
Initiating match.
Can't confirm Jonowich is a super nice guy, but all's fair in love and Overwatch, I suppose. Captain Prash, you playing the mental game here in map 5.
Ready for battle.
It will take the fuller hold here from 907. We have last secret strat, the Fora.
Better get paid after all this.
Mystery Heroes paid off.
Time wasted.
Sky Junk. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Both sides having a good time. A little bit of banter here between the teams. We are not, in fact, getting Hog and Sky Junk. Ball Skunk? Hey, I feel seen. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Alright. Turbo Smooth, I mean, big gambles have paid off for 907 throughout this series, and I think the Fara is absolutely one of those. Suji up close here on the Ramontra going toe-to-toe, but is way behind in the Hellful versus Sky Tour, but Turbo Smooth gets the kill! Sky gets one as well. Turbo Smooth comes up with the second. First fight win will go to 907. There's a transition for you. Farah just spontaneously combusted. Hey, watch the spam. I understand you're passionate. There's no need to spam. All right. Over the top. Second attempt here out of Hypnos. XSJ up top on the Tracer. Try to make the 3 on the high ground uncomfortable. Perhaps give the tank advantage over to Skytor here. But Suji looking no worse for wear. Going toe for toe as far as cooldowns are concerned. And Turbo Smooth still putting in a world of hurt. Ooh, yeah. Going up the small corridor, I think is exactly what Turbo Smooth wants you to do. You're going to drop some rockets back into the corner and find Keo with them. Precision rockets out of Turbo Smooth to start the second fight off at 907's favor. Sky comes up with another kill as well. It's a window popped here from MCD in the back line. They're not even able to keep Skytor alive with it. Hypnos are fumbling here in the final moments. Now there's still a couple of minutes to regain their composure. VP 3-1 against EXO. Thank you for the update. I mean, that's the expected outcome, right? I think Virtus Pro have pretty much solidified themselves as the number 3 team in EMEA. All right, big Omnic Butler out here from Hypnos. Battle for the high ground. Kitsune Rush disengaged from 907, and they're going to throw in a bomb to kind of cover their tracks. Skytor's kind of out by themselves, but they still managed to find Keo, and they paid, excuse me, I got completely backwards. Suji was out by themselves and still managed to find those kills. The color swaps got me. What a performance here from the defense in 907. Memory, appreciate the follow. 70 seconds to go for 907 to upset Hypnos and deny them a postseason here in FACEIT League Season 2. Annihilation pop from Skytor. The sound barrier is good from Pashi. She does annihilation from Suji as well. Both are popped. Both are true. Nobody's died. Romachos are staring at each other. The Turbo Smooth finally cut down out of the sky. Skytor is going to get a pick here as well. And Hypnos have finally put together a fight win here on Shambali. Still more work to be done. Artemis, thank you for the follow. The Echo Swap proving valuable here for Hypnos. Kitsune Rush and Duplicate versus Barrage. This Barrage, the only thing that 907 has, and really the only thing standing between Hypnos and the playoffs. They're going to use their Kitsune Rush early. Here comes the Barrage out into the back. They're not able to make the read. 2 go down. Jonowich finds 1 as well. Daki just dancing in the back line. Time fades away, and Hypnos waves goodbye to their season. What an upset, and 907 finish it off with a dub. Oh my. Suji with a harder play of the game, the Junker Queen, proving the valuable pick in the massive hero chest. What was one point mocked here from Hypnos is just playing mystery heroes. And it is 907 who finish out with the win. Was super close, could have easily gone to map 5. I'm sorry to hear it, Artemis. Hey, at least it was close. I'm glad to hear that that match was close. Wow. This one was certainly very close. This one was certainly close. And I think we saw some people losing hope there in chat after the full hold. But 907 complete the fuller hold down to the final fight of the entire series. And 907 stand tall. Let's get them that 3rd point on the board. What a series, y'all. Insane. Incredible. All right. Show me some stats. Thank you for the follow, John Bay. Do appreciate you. Show me some stats. I mean, pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. Not a whole lot of team fights in this one, right? I mean, it's kind of amazing that the whole series was decided by I mean, what is essentially a handful of team fights? What, 4 on each side? Maybe 5 counting overtime, let's say? I mean, a relatively quick 1-point map to decide the entire series and to decide the fate of Hypnos. Ah, an unfortunate end for their season, but what a feather in the cap of 907. I mean, just a complete underdog upset win. I mean, make no mistake. Make no mistake. This team of unknowns just put a statement out there here in EMEA Master. Brilliant. Brilliantly done. Let's take a look at our standings. Zorro, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Coming in with the love as well. Turbo my goat. Turbo the goat. Let's go. Pack with a follow. Appreciate y'all as well. I'll get the players in here. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. And all the love for Turbo. There it is. He saved us from VOD. Everybody's so proud of you, 907. Super Shy is so proud of you. Tori, thank you for the follow, my goat. Thank you, thank you. Redemption for Die Party Throw. This is amazing. I'm sorry. I'm just excited. I'm excited. Y'all are excited. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. Let's take a look at those standings. Let's take a look at those standings. Super Shy now with 1 game left to play. With 2 games left to play, suddenly find themselves with eyes wide and a potential at a playoff berth. Hypnos moved to 5 and 7. Actually, excuse me. Hypnos will move to 5 and 8. A Square moved to 5 and 8. This is not updated yet. Come on, give me an update. These standings usually update fairly quickly. There they are. There we go. Super Shy now at 5 and 7. Look at this. Everybody's sitting. This is such a lock. This is such a lock. All right, Super Shy. What's your final match? Isn't your final match like Space Station or something ridiculous? No, it's Aoma. Aoma's final match is Space Station. What's your final match? EXO. Your final match is EXO tomorrow. Interesting. Interesting. All right. 6 wins gets you into the postseason. Can Super Shy put together 2 back-to-back wins and just upset this entire bracket? Like, Super Shy might just sneak in underneath and upset everybody here. Like, there's a real potential. There's a real potential. I think I'm going to have to cover that game tomorrow. I mean, and you're fighting kind of, Super Shy versus EXO. We may have to get that one on stream tomorrow. I was initially slated to do Ints versus Virtus, but Commander X and Unter are going to be covering that one. They've got that one on lock. Y'all can go over there if y'all want to watch that one. I think we're going to give Super Shy and EXO some screen time here for this fateful match. Whew. What a day, and we're not done, you know? I mean, holy cow. I say we're not done. I think my stream is done. I don't have anything else for you. I don't have anything else for you. That is going to do it. What an exciting matchup. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate everybody being here. Really appreciate all the support here for some Path to Pro Overwatch. Thank you so much. This is what we got. Let's make the best of it. Let's make the best of it. And I'm loving this. Suji. Oh, yeah, coming through with the easy in chat. All right. Dial it down a notch. You know that's Cap. You know that is sardonic as could be. That makes Unter look straightforward. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Oh, big shout out to Jonowich. I know. I'm 2 minutes late. I can tell you your point. Don't worry. I'll put your point on the board. You earned it, my friend. You earned it. But I really appreciate the chat earlier, Jonowich. Jonowich hopped into VC with me and took some time just to kind of fill me in on this squad. And what a story. Glad I got to tell your story. And glad we got to see this match on stream and finally got to get 907 on stream here and take a look at this ragtag group of unknown gamers in here creating an upset, putting on a hell of a show. But that is going to do it for me, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. No EMEA tonight. I'm taking time to catch up on some things. I've got a lot of matches. I got a lot of VODs I need to catch up on and get out there, so I'm feeling a little behind. I'm going to take tonight and catch up on that, perhaps work on some improvements on the stream. Keep an eye out for that stuff. Who knows? We'll see. Big stuff in the works. But thank you once again. We'll see you in the next one. Be kind to each other. Have a good one, friends. Bye.